Hello teaching, hello classmates. This is my presentation about review of Simple Past. My name, Rurik Alberto Garzón Diaz. My autobiography. I was born in Bogota, Colombia on August 27, 1976. I have two younger brothers. I studied primary school at the Floralia Public School from 1st to 5th grade. I always liked to study, read a lot. I like books that tell histories of mythology, legends, and stories from ancient times. They could be real or fantastic stories, and I liked to learn many things and be able to teach them from my relatives such as aunts and cousins. From a very young age, mathematics became very easy for me. I learned it very easily and I could teach it to other people, like my family or whoever needed my help. When I finished primary school, I began to study in a parent school where the teaching was very strict. I managed to study in that school until the 7th grade because I did not adapt to that strict regime. Also because the study days they were very long from 7 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon. In the morning the normal classes were studied with a 15-minute break. The day ended until 12:30 in the day. In the afternoon I took technical classes. In the first grades I rotated through all the technical workshops such as electricity, electrics, cabinet making, industrial mechanics, technical drawing, and other workshops. After rotating throughout the workshops as workshops have to be selected. He would be from 8 to 11 taking only classes from that technical workshop to specialize and live in 11 with a technical career, which allowed him to go out to work in that field and he did not want to continue studying at the university. I continued my studies in a public school, where I only studied in the afternoon from 12:30 to 6:10 in the afternoon. I had to take a transportation just like in the previous school. There I reached study until the 10th grade, where I had a philosophy teacher who did not like or take anything I present well. Because of this, I could not continue studying at this school. Then I went on the study at a national school where I studied that 11th grade. In all the schools where I studied were all male. Girls could not study in these schools. This now that I analyze it was a little difficult for me. So it was not easy to interact with young girls. For me, it was very difficult because I am a person introverted and very shy. Now that I am writing about my life, I feel that it was a big problem not having studied in mixed schools, where I could have worked more on how to relate to young girls and be able to talk to them easily without the shyness I had from not knowing, relate, and be able to establish friendships with young girls. I took an ICFES exam and obtained a very high score, with which I was be able to apply to study electronic engineering at the public university, where I did the 10 semesters of the degree and obtained the title of electronics engineer. I went out to work for 2 years as an engineer in the state telecommunications company ETV. Then I lost my job because the majority of engineers who worked there were from private universities and they hired engineers who graduated from private schools. I looked for an engineering job. It was difficult to submit many resumes, but they didn't work for me. They called because of lack of experience or because I had not graduated from a private university. I started working as a mathematics teacher in a public school on the outskirts of Bogota. At first it was difficult because the student population belonged to gangs. They sold drugs. They did not know behave in a place like the classroom. It was difficult to mold the students so that they were good people and know how to behave and follow community norms. Since then, I have taught mathematics classes in high school, in a public school, where they have an emphasis on deepening to second language or English. Then I did a master's degree in education at the National University, which is public, but for the master's degrees you have to pay per semester. It was a little expensive, but it was done. Now I am currently studying to the doctorate in educational science at the University of Mexico, Cuauhtémoc. Thank you very much.